Lauren Feldman, laurenfeldman.com. I got a story for you. William Friedkin just died. He directed The Exorcist. He directed The French Connection. He directed Sorcerer. And he also directed a bomb called Blue Chips starring Nick Nolte that I was an extra on. Fun story. So I'm a SAG actor. I extra'd my way into SAG. And you need 3 union days as a union extra to get into SAG. So I had 1. I need 2 more. I get a gig as a union extra on Blue Chips. Story about a basketball coach, directed by William Friedkin, starring the great Nick Nolte. So being the go-getter I am, I show up on that day, and I'm a little bit early. So I go over to the curb and sit down and smoke a cigarette. Lo and behold, Nick Nolte, wearing scrubs, surgical scrubs and slippers, comes and sits next to me and says, "Hey, can I have a cigarette?" And I say, "Sure. Hi, Nick Nolte. My name's Lauren." So me and Nick Nolte are sitting there smoking a cigarette, just kind of bullshitting. He's asking me about, what my story is. I tell him I'm just trying to get into the business, etc. And we're just shooting the shit. And an assistant director comes over and freaks out that I'm sitting there with Nick Nolte. "What are you doing? Leave Mr. Nolte alone, blah, blah, blah." Nick Nolte tells this assistant director to fuck off, that he's sitting here having a cigarette with his new friend and to leave us alone. So the assistant director slinks off. Me and Nick Nolte finish our cigarettes and go on our separate ways. A few minutes later, we're called to set. We're in a giant room and everybody's there, all the extras, all the principal talent. And Nick Nolte and William Friedkin, the director, get into a giant fight in front of everybody on set. And basically, Friedkin wanted Nolte to do the scene a certain way, and Nick Nolte was having none of it. Screaming, and more screaming. "This isn't the way my character would do it. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," etc., etc. And that's that. So we take a break, and everybody goes outside, and Nick Nolte makes a beeline for me. Now, I'm standing alone. There was just this giant fight on set. Everybody's out there. It's tense and nervous and nerve-wracking. And Nick Nolte walks right up to me, says, "Give me a cigarette, Lauren." Give Nick Nolte a cigarette. Everybody's watching me smoke a Marlboro Light with Nick Nolte. And he proceeds to start ranting and raving to me about how William Friedkin's an asshole. He's not going to do the scene this way. And he actually asked me for advice. What do I do? What would you do? And I'm like, "Listen, I don't know anything, Nick, but I would just try and get through the scene. Let's get through the day. Get through it, live to fight another day with him. You got to work with this guy and just try and work it out." So we're sitting there and we finish our cigarettes and Nick walks back onto set and this same shithead assistant director comes up to me and is like, "What's your story?" And I was like, "I don't have a story. I'm an extra. I'm a fledgling actor trying to get into the business. For whatever reason, Nick Nolte happens to like me today and keeps asking me for cigarettes." So this is my second union day. I need 1 more union day and I'm in. So this assistant director now sees that Nick Nolte's taking a shine to me and he's like, "Listen, come back tomorrow and I'll get you another union day." So I'm freaking out because if I come back tomorrow and get another union day, I'm in the union. I'm a SAG actor and I'm never going to do this extra shit ever again. And that's the story. Nick Nolte went in, got through the scene. I came back the next day, got another day as a union extra, And then I was in SAG, and I never, ever extra'd again. So that's my William Friedkin story. That's my Nick Nolte story. That's my origin story, how I became a SAG actor. And it was a fun, cool day. Lauren Feldman, laurenfeldman.com.